A small user interface asset library has also been added to the Patreon under the resource pack section. Now, this is content that's been siphoned from the Project Fold production, because if I just swap over to one of the Fold files, you can see I've been doing a bunch of user interface tests here. It's kind of pseudo 2D, 3D, but we can have things kind of, moving in and out of focus by the screen. But I've taken elements from this and put them into a more sensibly packaged format with individual objects marked as assets. So as I make more things for the production, I'll probably update this over time. There's some things I want to point out though, which you might find quite useful. So let's say I take something like the window thin border corner gradient one. So with this, you'll think, if I want to reshape this window, how do I do it? You could use like a sprite sheet method. What I actually do is wherever there's pixel data, I have structured the shape of the object to preserve those UVs. So we can grab some geometry and move it in a way where the repeatable pixels can stretch because they won't really make a difference to them, but the corner pixels and the sides look perfectly fine. So that's how you can take these elements and adapt them for your own scenes. So if you grab the right areas of the geometry, then you can rescale them like that. Obviously, this only really applies to the more square shape ones, but you can look at the elements where there are repeating pixels and think to yourself, you know what, something like this can probably be stretched indefinitely horizontally. So if I just do like a little split in the geometry and then another one, then grab one side and stretch that out, then you'll see how these things can be adaptable for your Blender scenes. So like I said, you'll find that on the members lounge under resource packs, and then we've got UI elements, project fold, and then here you'll get the post with the blend file attached. It will either be a blend file or a zip file, because in the future, if I add categories to it, if it gets large enough, then it'll probably be an asset library in the form of a zip file, but I'm sure you'll figure it out.